Hello, friends. It's that time of the week again. It is time for a little pandemic cooking. Yes, we are still cooking all of the meals for all of the people. But thank goodness, Alaska's starting to open up. Now, health, economics, let's not get into that discussion. Let's just talk about the food. So you're going to have to go out into the world once again, you fellow Alaskans, and everyone out of state. Pretty soon, this is going to come your way too. You're going to have to get out of your house again. And you're going to have to take food with you. And you're going to have to be ready, folks. I mean, you got to step it up a notch. So, in light of that, I came up with the world's easiest handheld protein for you to take out into the world when it's time. It's time to get out of our houses, folks. Be brave. Be strong. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make hard-boiled eggs. Now, some people like their hard-boiled eggs runny inside. Some people like them hard inside. I don't care, except for the fact that you almost cannot mess up hard-boiled eggs. So if you have problems like me where I just seem to have been sucked into this vortex of quarantine time where it's like, I don't know, hours can pass and I feel like I just sat down in this chair and suddenly it's 4 hours later. And maybe at the beginning when you sat down in that chair, you had put the hard-boiled eggs on the stove. And then you realize that it's 4 hours later and you have hard-boiled eggs still cooking on the stove. Don't worry, they're gonna be fine. I've done it, I have. So, okay, so here's the tip though. Let's just start on the right foot so that you can mess it up later. Don't mess it up at the beginning. So you're gonna take your raw eggs and here we have an empty pot, high-sided. Now this is like my stock pot. You don't have to use one that big. Look, I have this smaller one all ready to go. The eggs are almost done in there because we're gonna go over what to do at the end. So here is the fresh raw eggs and you're gonna put them in carefully into a dry, empty pan. Now, you know, if you do it differently, I don't care. Go do it differently. This is my way. This is what keeps me sane. So I'm going to boil up these eggs. Now, frequently, I fill this whole pan up, like cover the whole bottom, because when you add water, they'll all kind of float around and you can actually squeeze in another 1 or 2 eggs. But my carton's empty, so I'm good. All right, we're gonna go to the sink. Now I'm telling you people, there is no judgment on the state of my kitchen today. It is what it is. We've had birthdays all week. We've made so many cakes, I've lost count. Not to mention, like, I don't know, shrimp, ahi, steaks. All of this in the comfort of our own home, which means my kitchen is a wreck. Okay, we even clean it up. Okay, come with me. We're gonna come over here to the sink. Remember, no judgment, folks. All right, so you're gonna take these empty eggs rolling around in the pan and you're gonna fill it with cold water. So you want to cover the eggs in the cold water just so you'll see like the little white rim and then it'll disappear, and then you want to cover it a little bit more. Now whether it's 1/2 inch, whether it's 1 inch, no one's going to be measuring that. You're not going to like well, you might stick your finger in there, but really it's only you. Who cares if it's 1/2 inch or 1 inch over the eggs? Just cover the eggs. All right, you got that? Here we go. These bigger pans take a bit more water, but you want to make sure you're using cold water. Why is that? I don't know. It's just the way I do it. It works, okay? It works. So, side story, best Airbnb I ever stayed in, and granted, I've stayed in this same one like 3 times. He makes fresh hard-boiled eggs every morning for the breakfast. I'm just saying, you could do that if you love your family. Or you can invite me over. I'll eat fresh, warm, hard-boiled eggs. All right, here we go. My professional grip has vanished. All right, so you're gonna put these on the stove and you're gonna turn it up. And I put it on high because as we all know, as everyone knows, I don't cook anything on low for very long. I mean, that spaghetti sauce, it's on low because it's just gonna sit there for a while. So your eggs are gonna come to a boil. When they start boiling, this is actually when you have to pay attention. You wanna turn off the heat and set a timer for 12 minutes. Does it matter if you wait 11 or 13 or 45 because you forgot them, or maybe even overnight. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter at all. There is some science into making sure that your eggs peel easily. I don't know what it is. Randomly, my eggs peel easily or they don't. I have no idea why. But if you turn on your stove on high and you're bringing your eggs to a boil, and you happen to forget, and maybe all of the water boils away before you remember, and I just want you to know from my heart to yours, it's okay. Your eggs will be fine. Like, you cannot fuck this up. Seriously, you have got this. Hard-boiled eggs, so easy. I did perhaps boil mine dry one time, and then I put them in the sink to cool, and then forgot them overnight, and you know what? They were perfectly fine. The eggs were just fine. I mean, I ate all of them. I'm not dead yet, so you'll be fine. I think this is where I say my legal disclaimer that I am not giving scientific advice here, okay? I am not giving you, like, life-saving advice. Just, if it hasn't killed me, I hope it doesn't kill you. There we go. Okay, so this is gonna come to a boil, and I'm gonna turn off the burner and set the timer for 12 minutes. But this pan right here has come to a boil, and the timer just went off. So it's been its 12 minutes. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna go back over to the sink. Okay, bear with me, it might get wobbly. All right, now, if you want perfect hard-boiled eggs, you gotta cool your eggs off. If you don't care and you just want hard-boiled eggs that, like, you can take to work, you're good, just run off the water. Okay, so you're gonna pour off all the hot water. Watch out for steam, it's super hot. Okay, and then you're gonna run cold water over those eggs. And you can, like, let them sit there, you can let the water run, it doesn't matter. You just wanna cool off the eggs. In fact, you can just start eating them now too. If you like them runny in the middle, you're probably one of those people that like your bacon really soggy and barely cooked, and I just can't with that. I'm not gonna judge you, I'm just not gonna invite you over for breakfast, all right? So these eggs, they're gonna come to a nice chilled state, and I'm gonna put them back in the fridge, and then I'm gonna eat them every day this week, and it's gonna be awesome. Here's the deal. If you forget them sitting in the water in the sink, that's okay. Just put them in the fridge later. I highly recommend that you take a marker and you write hard across the top here, because your kids will never figure out which carton is hard and which one's raw. They'll never. In fact, you might not even figure that out. So it's all good. I got your back, folks. Now we have a breakfast, lunch, whatever you want to use these eggs for, that you can take back into the workforce and win this week, because it's very little effort. Remember, when in doubt, lower your standards. All right, have a great work week, folks.